Hello there. This is a Santoku knife. It's basically a Japanese version of a Western style chef's knife. I bought this knife for $1 at Goodwill. I don't know if you can see, but it has like a folded steel or Damascus-esque type pattern in the blade. I have no clue whether that's real or not. I suspect it's not. If you flip it over, you see this pattern here. I don't know if you can see it or not. If you flip it the other way, there's a completely different pattern on the other side. I know with wood, you can tell whether it's laminated or not by looking at the pattern of the grain on both sides, but I do not know about folded knives. The reason that I'm talking about this is this knife, it's a one-piece design. There is no country of origin on this knife anywhere. There's no brand on this knife anywhere. I absolutely do not know what this is. It could be a decent brand of kitchen knife, or it could be a Pakistani piece of junk, or a Chinese kind of so-so knife. I don't have any clue. What I know is I like the balance of it. I like the feel of it in my hand. The weight of it is right. The other Santoku that I have does not feel right in my hands, and I never use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen this knife up and see how it goes. But what I would ask is that if you know what this knife is, what brand this is, if you've seen it before or you own one of these or anything of the sort, please let me know what it is. I don't care in terms of whether or not I'm going to use it. I'm not I don't want to say snob, but I don't get hung up on brands and country of origin. If the knife works, I use it and I don't worry so much about it. But I don't like having a blade that I don't know who made it, what type of knife it is, that kind of deal. So, but anyway, I know it's good steel. I mean, it rings, so that's a forged blade, I'm pretty sure. We're going to sharpen it up. What I've got my Norton medium crystalline and fine India stone here. And I'm on the medium crystalline side because this knife has a 0 edge on it, and I need to bring an edge up on it. I'm gonna go ahead and, now you see me use plenty of oil on this stone before. This is soapy water, just so you understand. I'm gonna find that edge. And I'm not really trying to create a burr here. I'm just simply trying to define a bevel so that I can work with this knife. And these crystalline stones, the crystalline and the India stones, people all the time are talking about the diamond stones being a better stone, and these will cut just as fast as any diamond stone of a similar grit that's out there. In my experience, this is silicon carbide. It has 0 problems cutting steel. I'm already starting to get an edge. I'm already starting to get an edge on this blade that cuts. So but I look forward to using this knife no matter what it is, because I like the thing. I like the way it feels in my hand. So that's something, you know, you can spend a lot of money on a knife, and there's no reason not to spend good money on a good knife. That's not what I'm saying. But in the end, the biggest, yeah, it's already trying to shade. One of the most important factors, but now if you look at this, I don't know if there's a chip there or not, but I don't know if I can show it to you. But if you look on this side of the blade, see how that bevel that I'm creating goes all the way to the edge of the heel and all the way to the tip. If you look on this side of the blade, it's doing the same thing, but there's just a little bit of dullness on that. So we're going to work this knife until that goes away. And I'm not using any kind of pressure. I'm just letting this medium crystalline stone cut steel. And I promise you, it'll cut it. Yeah. And that's shaving. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip this stone over and refine and define and refine that edge. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull a burr. No pressure. There's the smallest of burrs on there. I want more than that. This is the initial sharpening of this blade. And I want a nice, stout, prominent burr on this knife edge on both sides, because the edge that I build on this blade now is the one that I will build off of through the life of the knife to maintain a cutting edge for the work that it's going to do. And so I want it to be well defined. Before I move forward. Yeah, see, there's a small burr there, but then when I start hitting here, I don't know if you can see. Okay, there's a small bit of a burr. When I start hitting here, it's nice and fat, and it stops here, and so it's not complete in the sense that I want it complete. And so I'm going to continue setting a burr on this knife. And the thing of it is, normally I count, but, and I'm going to set my thumb right here to kind of feel the edge of that stone, or the top of that stone on this edge a little better. But I normally try to count strokes so that I can put some semblance of an even bevel on the knife. I'm going to use just a tad bit pressure, not very much, but I am going to add some pressure to this edge as I sharpen. All right, burr, and there's still just a little bit I need to get here. Now I could stop. There's about this much of this blade that is not got a burr on it. And when you cut with a knife, you're going to cut like this. And a lot of knives, like a bolstered knife, that bolster is there so that if you get your finger up under that blade, it won't cut you under that very end. But I'll deal with that. I want the whole of this blade sharp. And I'm going to come down the stone like this a bit. And what I'm going to do, since I've just got this one section that doesn't have a burr, I'm going to pull. Be careful. This is a technique that you can run a blade with this technique. So this is more advanced. That's what I'm talking about. Just a little bit more. If you look, I don't have the whole blade, the whole edge on the stone. I've just got that one little section. I don't want to create any kind of recurve in this blade. There, that's what I want. And now, because I did that, I'm going to use a bit of a blending stroke to take care of that. All right, now I'm going to flip it over and turn this burr. What I'm doing, I'm turning the burr, but I'm also looking at the bevel on both sides, because I don't care if this burr has turned, and it has, all the way to the other side. I want as even a bevel on both sides as I can, and right now I need to work that backside bevel a bit more, because I want the bevel even, so that burr will just have to grow, because I'm trying to even out the home wear, the sharpening wear. Let's flip that around. And actually, we are there. I don't know if you can see it or not. That bevel is pretty similar on both sides of the blade. I got a burr all along that edge. And now, what I'm going to do, this is just basic technique. I'm going to use light strokes with no pressure whatsoever to turn this burr. And actually what I'll probably do is I'm going to do 2 or 3 to 1. Because the burr's on the other side of this blade. It's on the side of the edge that's down. And what I want to do, there we go. Now, I move that burr over. And so what I want to do now is I want to move it from side to side until I think that burr is gone. And I'm doing very light strokes. If you use pressure at this stage, what will happen is you'll just keep creating that burr over and over. What you want to do is move that burr back and forth to each side. I want to move it to one side and then move it to the other, then move it to the other, and then move it to the other, over and over and over, till the thing and it's shaving evenly on both sides of the blade. That's something you should watch for. I'm going to check for burr anyway. But what you need to do when you're removing a burr from a knife, if I have a burr on this side of the blade, then what will happen is when I take the knife and use it to cut with, this side of the blade will shave hair. Or this side of the blade actually won't. But when I turn it over where this burr is on this side, it'll shave hair. If it shaves hair, now that's shaving hair both sides, but I'm going to whack it on this stone a bit more. But if it shaves hair on one side, but won't on the other, that's a dead giveaway that you've got a burr on your knife that you need to get rid of. So the next stone that we're going to move to, let's clean this. The next stone we're going to move to was a gift from Wayne Bean. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne has been a fantastic supporter of this channel, and I really could not have brought you a lot of things without his help. And so I definitely appreciate Wayne and what he's done for this channel, and I appreciate him on a personal level as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to wipe this dry because we're not going to water. Now we're moving to oil. This was a gift from Wayne. Now I did an unboxing video, but I had technical difficulties and cannot share that video with you, unfortunately. But this is 11.5 by 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch wide. Dan's Soft Arkansas, and this is a gorgeous chunk of rock. It just is. Just absolutely beautiful. Wayne, thank you so much. And I'm going to use some Norton oil on this stone. It might actually soak oil up it to start out with. I don't know. If it does, then we'll give her some more. But look at that. Look at what that did when I put oil on that stone. Just flipping gorgeous. I've read reviews of kitchen knives, especially these metal ones, and I've heard people say, well, when it gets wet, it's sticky or it's slippery and things like that. This stone, or this knife, I'm not facing that issue with it, with this oil. And I wet my hand. When I got it, I wet my hand because I just wanted to kind of test that. And this does not do that. I don't know why, what the deal is. Maybe it'll take a while. But yeah, I don't have any problems with slipperiness with this steel. But I'm just gonna refine this edge really well on this beautiful soft Arkansas, and honestly just enjoy sharpening on it. That is a gorgeous chunk of rock. I love the variation of color in Arkansas stones, particularly the softs and the hards. And I'm using just a bit of pressure. Dude. What I'm going to do, I know it'll do it because this is all I ever used when I was a boy. I just don't know how long it'll take this particular stone to do it. Each stone is different, but what I'm going to do, just to play. Just because I want to play. And I left the finish just as it was sent to me from Dan's. There's a burr. Lovely. I didn't do any conditioning. I want to try to find a finish that will recreate the finish that this stone came with. Yeah, lovely. I have a feeling that that's going to be somewhere around 600 grit wet dry. Beautiful stone. It's got like, it has black all along here, but it's got like purple splotches and modeling all in it. Just a beautiful stone. Gorgeous. So now, lovely. Beautiful. All right. What I'm going to do with this now is I think I'm going to, not that there's anything wrong with the edge, but I just got this stone. Indulge me. Those of you that like me, like just watching me move steel over a stone, indulge me. Don't know if you can see this or not. From the very heel all the way to the tip. That'll do it. Thanks for watching. That's been the Santoku knife. I'll talk to you later.